It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Giants and the Kansas City Chiefs. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Kansas City. Return coming here from the 12. And he goes out of bounds to hand them excellent field position up across the 40. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 45 on 2nd down. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man. It's Worthy. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Javon Holland there to make the stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. It's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
2nd and 8. Kelce makes the catch. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They send the tight end in motion. He has the first over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's able to get this down to the 13. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll run Pacheco. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's a gain of 1 on 1st and goal. Now it's going to be 2nd and 5.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish up an excellent opening series. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by this promising young signal caller, already a starter in his first season out of Ole Miss.
It's always fun. Puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Connects with Slayton. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. He finds Slayton. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Christian Fulton, the one to bring him down. All right, here we go. 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They're throwing it. He finds Johnson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. A give right side to Tracy. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 43. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, 1st sack on the board on the 1st drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll try and throw it here. That's caught for the 1st. And he's taken down at the 30. So that connection for a 1st will bring us to the end of the 1st. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. He's on the move. He can run it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
They're running the option, short side. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Returnable from the 1. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes now. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. He's out in the clear. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Play action, Mahomes. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 31-yard play, and it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Pass it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing is Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs now lead by 10. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs drive their lead to 11. XFactor on how to kick this one away. This is taken in at the 13. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Gets this to Slayton. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. A time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down. You gotta be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives him a 1st down. Looking for a throw here. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's gonna make you pay.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll send him over right. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Here's Tracy once more. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They go right back to Tracy. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. It's the Giants looking at 1st and 5. This time it's a passing play. Escapes the... And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Trying again following the sack. Dumps it off to his running back. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. A very short kick here from the right hash.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Return starts from the goal line. He's got a lane up past the 30. And the tackle saves a touchdown, but they still take over inside the red zone.
You know, Kate, it's fun talking to these elite kick returners over the years and how much they visualize. As they're sitting back there waiting for the kickoff return, they're visualizing, well, a house call. And there was some serious explosiveness from him on that one. He may not have gotten all the way to the house, but he's setting his offense up in the red zone, which is pretty darn good.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Mahomes. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. Back to the air, Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City! 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs lead by 15 now. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Gray now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. So that brings us to halftime here in KC. It's the Chiefs who've got the advantage heading into the locker rooms. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half, and he may just be getting started.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Butker on now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 13. And he had everyone thinking 6 before they finally get to him and stop that return.
Hey, I know we all wanted to see him finish that score. His teammates certainly did as he was rolling down the field. But this offense will tip the cap and say thank you kindly and try to go finish the touchdown off themselves.
So to begin the third quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. And talk about a dream position, Brock. Heading out with first and goal waiting for him. The return couldn't quite finish it off, Brock, but the offense sure can as they begin here first and goal. It's Tracy on the carry. And he found some running room for a nice gain. And that's a gain of 8, and it brings up second and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They're going to pass on second and goal. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants get it back to within one score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Chiefs' offense set to take over again. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone, but through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Buys time, rolling right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. This one finds Kelsey. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes completes this one to Gray. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Here's 2nd and 2. Hauled in by Gray. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Running up the middle, Pacheco. Room inside the 10. And he's taken down just in time at the 2. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Pacheco will score. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs push their lead further to start the half. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs lead by 15 now. Butker on now to kick this one away. Gray now on the return. And look at this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They got the job done their last time out. Still trailing by a lot, though, so they're going to need a repeat of that touchdown here. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Finds his target, Robinson. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They're set up at the 35 now. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Trying the right side with Tracy. Has some space inside the 15. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Slot man in motion left. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
They'll pass on 3rd and goal. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play called back.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And doing what they can against the lead as it's back down to 12.
He's happy to bring them 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Gano ready to send this away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Chiefs aren't headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. And he's brought down after a short gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. And the Giants going nickel, 3rd down coming. Here's Mahomes now. That's caught for the 1st. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Motioning one of the tight ends. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, Gray. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Tight end going in motion here. Again, Mahomes to throw. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs have likely locked up the win right there. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. His third through the air this game. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs go up by 19. Butker on now to kick this one away. Return starts from the goal line. This return makes it up to the 25. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking to the air here. Gets this to Slayton. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. To throw it on 1st down. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Still sticking with the passing game. He's got him. That's Tracy. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He finds Slayton. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Never eat shredded wheat. North, east, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. A handoff to Tracy. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Up to the... He's on the move. He keeps it and takes off. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Robinson in motion right. Throwing now on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Throwing off the play fake here. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he takes it. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st down from the red zone. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 2nd and 9. Escapes the pocket. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Offense in the hurry up here. 3rd down from the gun. On the move, headed right. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Offense up to the line fast. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it. It's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs can rest easy with a 3-score lead. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Back-to-back carries here. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. That's a short gain of 1. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Calm, cool, collected. from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. And the crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ball game.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd. But you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, your friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know, more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.